Awards Watch listeners and readers. This is the Awards Watch Podcast brought to you by AwardsWatch.com. I am your host, Executive Editor Ryan McQuade, and joining me today, it's once again another editor's podcast for TV predictions. It's Erik Anderson.
Hello.
Owner and operator, editor-in-chief, beat extraordinaire, beat connoisseur. You name it, beats are part of it.
It's a me.
It's a him. And Tyler Doster.
Hello.
TV editor and the busiest person at Awards Watch currently right now because it's Emmy season. We're getting towards nominations. This is like Tyler's Christmas.
Yeah, you can call it that.
Yeah. I mean, like there might just be like regular Christmas, but like this is like for you know, like the most of us, we're not into the Emmys as much as like probably you are, right, Tyler? Like this is the Mecca, like getting these nominations next week and the ceremony. Who's hosting the ceremony, by the way? Do we know yet?
No, we don't have a host yet.
What channel is it going to be on?
NBC.
Okay, so probably Seth Meyers. Ooh, they should get Bo and Yang to do it. So they should.
Okay, that would be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I know because I said
they don't get Jimmy Fallon to do it.
Oh, you know, an acoustic guitar would come out. So we are here to talk about our final Emmy predictions before the nominations are announced next week. And so Erik and Tyler have been fastly putting them together and putting them up on the website. They've got their drama predictions and their comedy predictions. Oh, by the time the show airs, they'll have the limited series predictions up there. But like Erik was saying off air before we started, he's made some changes and he has the right to make all those changes. Tyler doesn't. Tyler, it's set in stone. But for Erik, he's like, you know, I run this show. I know what's good. I predict my predictions are always up to date. All these things.
I didn't make any changes to anything that's posted as of this. We just haven't posted limited series yet. And
yeah,
like you said, it will be by the time the podcast comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So between the shared doc that Tyler and I use and getting it into post mode on the site, I made a few changes. So
it's just rude that I'm not even involved in that.
Why
shared
would you
post?
Well,
I mean, why wouldn't you guys want to include me? It's kind of mean.
It's a lot of chaos. I don't think you'd want to be included.
Yeah.
I love it. I'd love the chaos. Are you kidding me? It's one of the requirements to be an editor here at AwardsWatch.
There's
chaos.
absolutely no lie detected there.
Yep. So we're going to do limited series, and then we're going to do drama series, and then we're going to do comedy series because that's what Erik said we were going to do. And we have to listen to him, even though I get final say on this edit. So basically, I could just cancel all of Erik's predictions out of the show, and it would be great. So
I'll just make sure I'll say, and the second to last section that we're doing is drama, and the last section, and I'll just keep saying that throughout. So
yeah, just the
it's
last
impossible
section,
to edit.
Exactly. Just keep saying that. Keep telling yourself that. All right. Are you guys ready for these final predictions? These are it.
Yes.
These are set in stone. You can't change them after this. I'm sorry, Erik. You may
Let's
say
go.
that you want to, but we're not changing them. So
Let's go.
start off with Best Supporting Actress or Supporting Actress in a Limited Series. Erik,
It's
we'll go to
supporting
you.
actress in a limited or anthology
I don't
series
care about
or
that.
movie. But if we say that every time, we will absolutely run way over time here.
Yeah, we're on a time constraint today, and yet he just had to explain that. So therefore, Erik, go first in this category.
Oh my God. Okay, these are alphabetical, and we have 7 spots. And I have Connie Britton for The White Lotus, Jennifer Coolidge, The White Lotus, Caitlin Dever, Dope Sick, Andy McDowell, Maid, Laurie Metcalf, The Dropout, Rosario Dawson, Dope Sick, and Anika Noni Rose, Maid.
Okay.
It's very repetitive.
Yeah.
These limited series categories you're gonna hear that the same shows over and over.
All right, Tyler.
My first 5 are the same, which is going to be a very running theme throughout this podcast, because Erik and I have very like-minded views. My only differences is instead of Rosario Dawson and Anika Nani Rose, I have Ellen Burstyn for the First Lady. And then I have Chloe Sevigny for the girl from Plainville.
Yeah, I have Jennifer Coolidge, Annie McDowell, I have Laurie Metcalf, I have Caitlin Deaver, I have Connie Britton, and then I have Ellen Burstyn as well. And I couldn't figure out who I wanted to put in that last spot. So I went with Rosario Dawson for Dopesick.
So you got a little bit of me and a little bit of Tyler.
As I would always wanted that to be the case. Yeah.
Like our Emmy love child.
And I think all of us right now, we still, like when we talked about this last time, Coolidge is still in our number one spot. And everything else close. So but yeah, we'll see if Burstyn busts in to the another race or not, and how many for Dopesick and how many for Maid and how many for White Lotus, especially too, because they could go all kinds of crazy for White Lotus. So that's that category. So Tyler, do you want to do supporting actor?
Yes.
Right.
I have Naveen Andrews for The Dropout, Murray Bartlett, The White Lotus, O.T. Fagbenlin, The First Lady, Jake Lacey, The White Lotus, Nick Robinson for Maid, Peter Sarsgaard for Dopesick, and Sam Worthington for Under the Banner of Heaven.
All right. Wow. All right. Eric?
I also have Andrews, Bartlett, Fagbenley, Robinson, and Sarsgaard. And then I have Gil Birmingham for Under the Banner of Heaven, which was the change I made today. The last second.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I have Michael Schulberg for Dopesick.
Yep.
Because he is such a creepy villain in that. He's terrifying.
I have the same. I have 6 of the 7 that Erik have. The only difference I have is my Under the Banner of Heaven pick. I have Wyatt Russell getting in for Under the Banner of Heaven.
See, that's great. Yeah. I love that we each have somebody different, but then it also makes me worry. It's like, who's going to stand out?
Who's going to stand out?
Voter?
I think it truly is going to be him, to be honest. And he's fantastic.
They're all so good.
All so good.
It's going to end up being William H. Macy for the Dropout.
Yeah, it
totally
is. It totally is. We're not predicting. None of us are predicting him. But yeah, I don't know where or how much love and support Under the Banner of Heaven is going to get. I know that when we talked about it, it was sort of like a surging at the last second, and we were all on kind of wait and see with it. And I know they were doing events recently and with Garfield and the cast and Dustin Lance Black and everything. So we'll see if that one breaks in. But like we talked about, Erik, this is like FX's entire categories on the night. So we'll just see what they have up their sleeve. So
yeah. All
right. Well, that's supporting actor. Let's do actor. Erik, we'll kick it back to you. We'll have you start this one.
I have Colin Firth, The Staircase, Ben Foster, The Survivor, Andrew Garfield, Under the Banner of Heaven, Oscar Isaac, Scenes from a Marriage, Michael Keaton, Dopesick, and my last is Samuel L. Jackson, The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray.
Oh, okay. Tyler?
I also have Firth, Foster, Garfield, Isaac, and Keaton. My last is Sebastian Stan for Pam and Tommy.
So I have Michael Keaton and Colin Firth and Andrew Garfield and Oscar Isaac and Ben Foster. I have Samuel L. Jackson for The Last Day of Ptolemy Gray. And then I have one more. No, is that it?
That's it.
6. Is that it? Oh, yeah. Well, then that's it. That's all I have.
So you and me are the same.
We are the same. But if I had a spoiler here, I think it's do we all have a spoiler here? Because I think, like, weirdly enough, I think you're not far off there, Tyler, but Sam Elliott 1883 would be someone I would consider.
You and these Yellowstone shows.
I'm just saying these people like it. And
all of our predictions have like a what to watch out for kind of sort of semi-spoiler thing.
He would be the one I look out for.
He's not even like on my list.
Wow, that's fair.
At all.
That's
have
fair.
Like Paul Bettany, Rich Patel, and even Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Ahead of
Jared Leto. Good God.
Yes.
I would love to be wrong though, and for Himesh Patel to break into this category.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I'm not predicting that because I don't want to break my heart. And I don't want to, sometimes you just got to take this out of your or here and use your brain. I pointed at my head at first, and then Erik sort of started laughing at me. I mean, you don't pick with your heart, you pick with your head. And
for everyone listening.
Yes, for everyone listening, watching me just fumble
because you really needed that visual.
No, I really did. Yeah, I really just me dumb, me editor, me know how to do show. All right.
From here on out, I will be providing audio descriptions of everything Ryan does.
There you go.
Via ASMR. Anyway, everybody, it's still Keaton, right?
Yeah.
Everyone?
Yeah. I mean, I would be surprised otherwise. Yeah. And
we mentioned a lot of
Andrew Garfield will be a very close second, I feel.
Yeah. Is there someone because we mentioned a lot of the same one. I think we mentioned 5 each of the same. Is there one of the 5 that you guys quickly think that maybe is vulnerable and could miss out? Because I was going to say, I think it's Oscar Isaac, right? Because
of the 5 where all 3 of us agree, he would be the vulnerable one.
Yeah.
To me.
I agree. Tyler?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think everyone else is pretty solid.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to actress. The limited series. Tyler, we'll kick it off to you.
All right. Much to Grace Randolph's chagrin, I have Jessica Chastain in here. I also have Toni Collette, Lily James, Margaret Qualley, Amanda Seyfried, and I have Michelle Pfeiffer from The First Lady.
Okay. I have Seyfried, Qualley, Chastain. I have Renee Zellweger. I have Lily James. And I have Julia Roberts. That's who I have.
I wish you the best of luck.
I'm going out on a limb. This is a chaotic category, and
it is. It's terrifying.
It can go any way, and I'm trying to win points here. Not like we're betting or anything, but Erik.
I'm still shaken over Tyler mentioning the beast in this podcast, and so I'm a little shaken up about that. But yeah, so I have Chastain, Collette, James, Qualley, Seyfried, and I have Viola Davis for The First Lady.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that was just kind of moving around. There's a lot of moving parts in this category.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, because it could just as easily be Julie Garner or Julie Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Claire Foy.
God,
there's a lot of possibilities.
It could be Claire Foy. I mean, she won an Emmy.
It really could be Claire Foy.
Oh yeah,
she had more for 5 seconds this go round than she did last year. So
yeah,
God damn.
I do sort of wish Toni Collette had gone supporting, but
that's why I don't have her in, because I feel like.
But then you'd have her and Juliette Binoche, who kind of, I mean, the focus does shift.
Yeah,
to Binoche in the last,
as it should,
third.
It's Juliette Binoche.
But
yeah, and then everyone still has Seyfried at number 1, right?
Yeah,
I kind of feel a
little softer.
Yeah,
I
think Qualley's picking up some steam. I think she could do it.
It's Netflix's only thing that they have to push in this section this year, like major, like real. Well, I mean, Julia Garner. Yes.
Well, yeah. But that
Inventing Anna's not going to be,
on.
a top 5 limited series.
They're pushing her over in drama. They're not pushing her in this.
Yeah.
So, Tyler, what do you think? It's still Seyfried?
I think so. I agree with Erik. I think it is a little softer. And I think depending on who we actually see nominated, then that'll show us. I want to see if the power of the movie stars like Julia Roberts brings her into this category. Because if she does, then I truly don't know.
Same with Renee.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
That's why that show was a hit.
That would be such a Edie Falco in the Menendez murders, Law and Order thing for her to sort of get in here. But I could see it. I mean, yeah, that show was a massive, massive hit.
Yeah. We're not kidding either. It was
a huge hit.
Yeah. So that's why I predicted them. I'm going with the movie stars. Sorry, Tony Collette. You can only fall down the staircase so many times.
How dare you?
I'm just saying the truth.
But it was like 4 times.
It was like 900 times. Anyway, she's actually still falling right now. She hasn't gotten herself up.
There's deleted scenes of like. We should not be laughing. It's terrible. It was a terrible thing.
Yeah,
she is so.
Eric's rooting for the blooper reel of that one. Good Lord.
I want Toni Collette to win because she's so damn good in all of those scenes. It's terrifying. I've never been so uncomfortable.
Surprised HBO's didn't send us a bunch of Stairmasters in the campaign for that. Anyway.
No, those socks with like rubber stickums.
Yeah, so you can't fall.
So you don't fall into the slippery stairs.
Yeah,
and this is terrible. We're going to hell.
Yeah, that's what old people wear too, which you totally would know about. Anyway, Erik, let's do limited series.
All right? We're here. Yes,
we're here. We're going quick.
Yes,
we're going quick, just the way you like it.
You can read the writing and directing predictions that we have on the site because we're zipping through things today.
Yeah, we're not doing TV movie, are we? We're not doing that.
We can because it's kind of a funny category, but no,
we're not going to do that.
That's on the site too.
Yeah.
So outstanding limited or anthology series only has 5 spots, but it might only need 5 because I have Dope Sick, The Dropout, Made Under the Banner of Heaven, and The White Lotus.
Tyler?
I have the exact same 5.
God damn it. I have the exact same 5. I know.
No 1883?
I thought about it. It's my number 6. It's the one to look out for.
Of course it is.
It's not the staircase. It's the Old West. I think that for the most part, I think the Yellowstone saga is going to get something. I don't think it will get the bombardment of things that we think it's going to get, that some people think that it's going to get. And it was also, it's a huge hit. Like people watching it, and it got that SAG ensemble for the Yellowstone, and then the series has done well, and they've campaigned it, and like Tim McGraw and Faith Hill are everywhere. So whether that's a good thing or bad thing remains to be seen. But I think I don't think it'll get serious, but I think it could pull in that Sam Elliott nomination. That's why I predicted it, but or think it could happen. But whatever. I don't know. It's just a stupid show anyway. So there's other stupid dramas that we're going to talk about soon, so it doesn't matter. Tyler knows what I'm talking about. So everybody got The White Lotus or Dope Sick number 1?
I think this is a little tougher, but I'm leaning Dope Sick.
Yeah.
It's just more serious.
Yeah, it's so serious. Why's everything gonna be so serious? It's got a message. Yeah. I could see them going like Keaton and then White Lotus in limited series. I could see that. Like kind of what, but I doubt it. Tyler, how do you see it right now?
I'm kind of leaning on the side of the White Lotus right now, just because I see it picking up both supporting categories as of right now.
Yeah.
But like you said, Keaton could also take the win. Probably is going to take the win for leading actor. But I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards the White Lotus right now, just because it was such a big hit and everyone loved it so much.
Yeah. And when in doubt, the White Lotus had ass eating. So let's just,
So did The Staircase.
Yeah.
This was the year of ass eating.
Yeah. Exactly. Erik watched intently many of those episodes. He just kept rewinding. HBO Max is going to send us a cease and desist. Anyway, let's move over to drama. Something that Erik is known for. And we are not going to do outstanding writing for a drama series or outstanding directing in a drama series. You can go on the website and read that. And we're also not going to do the guest actor categories because Erik didn't want to. He was like, they can just read that. So those are your teases. We got time. It's time is depressing. So therefore, go read those on the website. Erik and Tyler's predictions are up there. You won't have mine because they won't let me into their club. So that's what we get with that. We're going to go right into outstanding supporting actress in a drama series, and we're going to start with Erik Anderson. So,
all right. We have 8 slots here.
It's ridiculous.
It's a lot.
It's
a lot.
It's dumb.
I think submission based is kind of cool. So
I love it.
Just make it.
The only time it sucks is when you have only 2 spots for variety sketch series. But I digress.
Anyway.
All right. I have Patricia Arquette, Severance, J. Smith Cameron, Succession, Julia Garner, Ozark, Jung Ho Yeon, Squid Game, Christina Ricci, Yellow Jacket, Sarah Snook, Succession, Yunya Jung, Pachinko, and Juliana Margulies, The Morning Show.
Oh, you have the Margulies. All right.
Yeah, and the only reason I did Margulies last is because that's the order that we will have them on the site based on where Tyler and I agree and disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, that's how we're going to kind of do it. So gone is alphabetical order, really, when you except for our differences. So Tyler, how do yours look? And what is different between yours and Erik's? I believe it's just one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's only one. I will say, going into this, before we were all talking a while ago, and Erik said that his and my predictions are like the 2 blue belts from The Devil Wears Prada. So I just want everyone to know that because he is not wrong. The only difference between our predictions is I don't have Juliana Margulies. I have Sydney Sweeney for Euphoria. With Juliana Margulies, she would be my 9th probably.
All right.
Yeah, Sweeney would be probably my 9th as well. I think it could be, absolutely.
I think the ones that are the outliers that we haven't, that neither of you have mentioned, I can't speak today, is like Millie Bobby Brown or Sadie Sink for Stranger Things, and that has come on so quickly. But neither one of those are going to happen.
Tyler just rolled his eyes in the back of his head doing his best Sadie Sink impersonation. Things.
They can make a deal with God, but
watching this shit.
I mean, they can make a deal with God, but they ain't going to make a deal with the Emmy Academy. Let's just say that. And so I agree with Tyler. I think Sydney Sweeney is going to get it. And I do think Margulies is the 9, and I pray to God it doesn't happen. But
I'd rather have it be Sweeney. Sweeney was and deserves.
But I think that she's incredible, and I think also too the show had a lot of buzz and a lot of people talking, and especially her performance, and I'm not hearing a lot of buzz for the morning show as we did in season 1, and that's why I'm leaning more towards Euphoria here for this spot than the morning show. I mean, there were people talking about Margulies and the sort of unhingedness of it a little bit, and of the season, but that was a long time ago, it feels like. And I think the Sweeney is obviously we didn't talk about obviously the elephant in the room, which is Rhea Seehorn, right?
She won't be in the room.
Yeah, because she might just be a guest, but none of us are predicting that, and so Sorry,
which is,
Better Call
which
Saul.
is why it'll finally happen.
It'll finally happen.
She's not
Yeah.
even on like the what to watch out for.
Yeah, we didn't even put her there.
No, it was almost like a
Just
way
you know
to
what?
make it
I just
happen.
gotta say this. Just give it to her so everyone can just shut up. I mean, like literally about it. It's at the point where it feels so desperate, like, you know, and everything. So just, she obviously clearly wants to get nominated. She's tweeted and messaged about it enough. Like, just let it happen. It's okay.
Don't be mean to people that it won't want.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's I feel bad for her, and if it's sad at a certain point,
because you sound like you're
just give it to her. No, I'm not mocking her. I think she's great on the show, but it's also like at a certain point, like, my God, how many times can we all dangle a potential nomination in front of her? At least we're being honest and like, no, it's not going to happen. There's so many other places that are just like, I don't know, could be the year, you know? So exactly, Tyler. Yeah. Listen, that's my take and I'll stick to it. All right.
Yep.
So anyway, best supporting actor in a drama. Well, I don't think any of us know who's winning supporting actors in a drama right now. I think it's, does anybody have a guess?
With Julia Garner.
I'm sticking with Garner.
Okay.
I think it's competitive. I think Snook is competitive.
I was going to say I'd watch out for Sarah Snook.
I think Young is very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an extremely competitive category.
Yeah. Hell, Patricia Arquette. Don't count her out. I'm just saying they like her.
I know.
And she's great on the show.
Mm-hmm.
She's great on the show. Shut up.
Okay.
All right. Supporting actor in a drama series, Tyler Doster. We will start with you.
I have Nicholas Braun for Succession, Billy Crudup for The Morning Show, Kieran Culkin, Succession, Giancarlo Esposito, Better Call Saul, Matthew McFadden, Succession, Oh Young-soo, Squid Game, John Turturro, Severance, and my last is Alan Ruck for Succession.
Okay. All right, Erik.
So in this group of 8, Tyler and I agree on 7, and it is the first 7 that he mentioned. And I have Jonathan Banks, Better Call Saul, and I feel absolutely unconfident in that choice.
Okay. I have the exact same as Tyler again, because I do think all the Succession boys will get in. It's just a matter of time, which is literally next week when these nominations come out. I feel like also too, Ruck had a really good season and had a lot more to do and had an actual arc. I think the spoiler here for me, if I had a 9, isn't Jonathan Banks. Actually, I think it's Eric Dane for Euphoria. And it would be very, and I've said it. Yeah. I know.
Choices.
I'm just saying, hey, we're just saying like what a 9 would be. I mean, like, I think he's in there. I think obviously Banks is in there. Harbor's there if they love the new Stranger Things. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much they're going to go for. I mean, he's a staple. He's been nominated before. So if they wanted to go with the previous nominee, even though I think he's like barely in this new season, but that's where I'm at with it. And anybody have like a winner they still feel like, or they still feel confident? I think I think Erik, you said Culkin last time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, both Tyler and I did.
Yeah, and I said McFadden
because that was only like a week ago.
Yeah, I said that, and I said McFadden a week ago, so I'm gonna stick with that. So,
yeah,
which I feel really confident in that. But I would love it to be Turturro because Turturro's fantastic on that show. So, all right, let's go to lead actor in a drama series. Back to you, Anderson. What do you got?
Hold on, my computer froze. So
oh my God, here we go.
Oh, leave me alone.
God,
leave me alone.
Old people difficulties. We're sorry, folks.
Nope. All right, I have. You shut your mouth. I have Jason Bateman, Ozark, Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us, Brian Cox, Succession.
Oh, you have Brian Cox?
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that a novel idea?
Mm.
Lee Jung-jae, Squid Game, Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul, and Jeremy Strong, Succession.
Okay. Tyler?
I have the exact same 6.
Yeah, it's all green over
It
at
is all-
AwardsWatch in the drama post.
Well,
Are you still doing what you were doing last week, Ryan? You gonna break that circle?
I thought about it.
Did you?
From that conversation, because like obviously Costner, that is just screaming to be nominated, I feel. But it's pretty, but I will say this, sometimes you got to play a little safe, and I think that the 6 that you guys have nominated are just feel right. And especially since it is the final season for both Ozark and This Is Us, I don't see a world where both the Succession gentlemen are not nominated. That's crazy talk. If you're predicting that, like, reevaluate, please. And then Better Call Saul, I think Odenkirk will get in, and then yes, I think Lee's in for Squid Game. So yeah, if it was 7, then obviously this would be very easy, because then it would be Costner, I think, because I think he's
easy.
I think it's Costner at number 7. Like, I think he's the one to play spoiler in the category because of that popularity of that show, and he's the face of it.
So, I think it would be a battle between Kevin Costner and Adam Scott.
Like, I personally wanted to be Adam Scott, but I can't ignore Yellowstone's massive popularity and him being the face of it. He's a movie star. He's like been everywhere promoting.
So if next week Yellowstone gets like 2 nominations, can you put to rest this massive popularity claim?
But if it gets like a bunch, then I'm right about it.
It's
the same way. Yes, I will put it to bed, but at the same token, though, if it lands some big nominations, you're gonna have to.
I will be eating crow. Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
If like Kelly Riley gets in.
Oh my God! If that happens, that would be wild.
If that happens, don't text me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be in my feelings.
You'll have hurt feelings
if that happens.
Yeah. And you guys have Strong, both of you right now? Strong? Yeah. So,
as the winner?
As
leader?
Yeah, as the leader. I don't, right now.
No, I don't honestly have anybody as the front runner. This is extremely competitive. Extremely competitive to me.
I have Cox in the lead right now.
I could see them kind of volleying back and forth between those two.
I mean, like,
it's only going to be like what, one more season?
1 or 2 at least.
2 more,
maybe. Tyler, where you at with it right now?
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, Jeremy Strong won for season 2, but then I don't want to discount that Lee Chung-jae just won the SAG award.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I think that I will feel more comfortable predicting after I see just how many nominations Squid Game has to see just how much they loved it.
Yeah.
So I am going to agree with Erik. I don't have a front runner right now, not in this category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a very fluid category. I have Cox as a placeholder, but I could see 4 of these 6 that we have potentially nominated winning right now, and then the other 2 are massively right or very close behind. So like one of them could win. They all have a great case.
I think the 4 that you're thinking of are going to be their shows are going to be the nomination leaders in drama.
Who do you think I'm thinking?
Succession, Squid Game, Ozark, and Succession twice.
There you go. I was kind of I wanted you to just fumble over that yourself.
They're gonna be the nomination leaders. I think
that's fine.
Pretty unquestionably.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. So way to get in my head. Hopefully it wasn't too bad in there. Anyway,
it's empty, so it was a lot of room.
That's very fair. It's an empty head, yet you made it executive editor of this website. So who's the fool? Anyway, outstanding lead actress in a drama series. Whose turn is it? It's Tyler's turn, right? Tyler's turn. Yeah. So Tyler, who'd you got?
I have Jennifer Aniston for The Morning Show, Laura Linney for Ozark, Melanie Linsky for Yellow Jackets, Mandy Moore for This Is Us, Jodie Comer for Killing Eve, and Zendaya for Euphoria.
All right. Erik?
Ditto. I have the exact same.
Ditto. I have the exact same.
That's messed up.
Well, I wanted to make a case for like, is Jodie Comer the one that's vulnerable? But she's a previous winner. It's the final season 2. Same for Laura Linney. Same for Mandy Moore. Aniston nominated before. Linney's been nominated multiple times. Zendaya's the previous winner.
And Linney is a previous multi-winner in
for other
categories.
Things. Yeah, exactly. And so I was just like, well, if I don't have Adam Scott getting in there, I'm not going to have Brett Lonergan in there. And then it was is it Comer or is it Sandra Oh? And I feel, they've been more inclined to go with Jodie Comer than have Sandra Oh in this category. So that's where I leaned.
Only as a winner.
Yeah. They nominated her before.
Paired up. This would be
the first time they split.
It would be weird to have them split, yet all of us have that happening.
It makes sense though, given the other people. It makes
more sense for both of them to miss than for one of them.
I know,
to get in.
but it
feels crazy.
So if they both miss, Eric, is it Brett Lower in there? Is it who else could it be?
I mean, I think that's who we have, but it's a weird category. I think that's why we feel so kind of secure with this lineup.
Yeah.
Because if it's not Comer, then it's O. More than it is Brett Lower.
I mean, to be fair, Sarah Snook should be in this category running in here than she should be in supporting actress.
Yep.
And I've said that for years. She's the lead on that show. Like, just call it like it is. But yeah, that's how we feel. And I think everyone's still Zendaya at number one right now, right? But it's not decisive yet.
I still think it's the same as the last time that this happened, and it's between her and Laura Linney.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Outstanding drama series. Miss Anderson, do you mind telling the audience what you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Better Call Saul, Ozark, Severance, Squid Game, Stranger Things, Succession, This Is Us, and Yellow Jackets.
Okay. Tyler Doster.
Same 8.
All right.
I will say I have Euphoria at a very close 9 though.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of vulnerability here because we have so many new shows on our list. 3 brand new shows, but they are major, big, wild, weird, buzzy shows. These aren't just like, hey, it's the new This Is Us. These are exceptional, esoteric shows.
I have 7 of the 8. I have Better Call Saul, Ozark, Severance, Squid Game, Stranger Things, Succession, and Yellow Jackets. Yellow's the constant color this year. I think Yellowstone will get in over This Is Us. I think This Is Us that'll be the shocker of the morning, because that kick out that family, and Kevin Costner will ride on in with his family. We're just swapping out families, as Vin Diesel will say. But yeah, I don't think that SAG Ensemble thing was a fluke. I think that people genuinely really do love the show, and it is massively popular, whether Erik wants to call me out on that or not. And I've been the one, and look, I'm not a fan of the show. I'm just pointing out how I feel and how I think that it'll play. And it's
I'm not denying that there isn't a viewership popularity to it. I'm just saying it doesn't necessarily translate to Emmys.
No, I get that.
Like it used to. Like a CSI got into drama series once because it was like a 30 million
it was a phenomenon
show.
Yeah. No, but also too, like, I do think Yellow Jackets is vulnerable because it is Showtime and it is new. And if anyone's going to fumble the ball, it could be them. I think
Severance is vulnerable too, because the morning show did very well with guilds in its second season. So why would it suddenly just fail here at the last minute?
And also too, like, look, I know that Squid Game and Ozark are there, and I know Stranger Things is very popular, but also too, like, people might not go for it nearly as much as they've used to in the past. Like that's I
for what?
Stranger Things. I think that, you know, people could be like Tyler. It's a little repetitive and they don't care for the genre elements nearly as much. It could be like a little bit of that.
I don't think that would
I'm
be
just
the
I'm just
reason,
I don't
because
think it is either. I'm
if
just
you're
saying it
talking
as a
about
possibility.
popularity, this is a much more popular show than Yellowstone.
No,
If anything deters people, it's the length of the episodes.
that too. Yeah, they're still actually going right now. Took me
they passed the billion minutes watched or whatever, and it's like, of course you did. Every episode is 5 fucking hours long.
and that's so meaningless to me. I mean, I am old school. It's like, you give me those Nielsen millions of viewers and that's telling me something. You tell me
Right.
you got a billion minutes, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you don't know how many people are watching that over and over again.
Yeah.
I will also publicly claim on this podcast that I do not trust Netflix and their numbers.
Well, remember the whole thing at when they finally started revealing television numbers was that you only had to watch 2 minutes of something to count as a household or a viewer or whatever it was. 2 minutes of a show. No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
it's meaningless.
I will also be inconsolable if the morning show gets in over Severance.
Oh God, if that happens, I'd be so pissed.
It was a horrific second season of an already very tenuously campy show.
Yeah. Anyway, just a bad show. Nobody needs to talk about it. It's that on that. All right. We're done with limited. We're done with drama. Now we're in the final categories, as Erik would say. If you want to find out about outstanding directing for a comedy series, or outstanding writing for a comedy series, or guest actress for a comedy series, or guest actor for a comedy series, well, you can go to the website, AwardsWatch.com. That's where you want to go, because that's where it is at. That's where it lives. Those predictions from Tyler and Erik. And speaking of Erik, you're going to start this one off. Outstanding actress in a comedy series.
Lead actress?
No, outstanding. Oh, supporting actress. I'm sorry. Supporting actress. Yeah.
All right. This is this is going to be the Erik and Tyler show again in this category, and I apologize in advance. But yes, go to the site and look at the guest acting categories, where him and I have a very different viewpoint of how those are going to go, and that might be a little bit more exciting than what I'm going to say next. All right, supporting actress in a comedy series, 8 slots, and I have Alex Borstein, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Hannah Einbinder, Hacks, Sarah Goldberg, Barry, Janelle James, Abbott Elementary, Kate McKinnon, Saturday Night Live, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Abbott Elementary, Juno Temple, Ted Lasso, and Hannah Waddingham, Ted Lasso.
All right.
That's a lot of names.
That's a lot of names.
Man.
Maybe they should only nominate 5 people in a category. Tyler. It's the same
8.
It's the same 8, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why we need to kind of like
I have a different one.
This. Nobody cares.
No.
Go ahead, Ryan, and then we'll talk about how it is.
Fuck Ryan's drag.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Fuck my drag.
Yes.
Fucking
all right,
leave me on
Ryan.
the side
Who
of the
do you
road.
have? Who is your 8th?
No, it's fine. You don't want to know.
No,
I do.
Yeah, Tyler does. Fuck you, Erik. Anyway. All right. I don't have Juno Temple in.
Gang. You don't have Juno Temple.
Nope.
Oh, yikes.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy.
I have Lisa Ann Walter. I have all 3 of the Abbott Elementary ladies making it in.
All right, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, so shut up. All right.
Mad at it.
Yeah, I think there will be a little bit of, at least just with this, I think that the love for Abbott Elementary is going to show strong in this category. I don't think that McKinnon or Goldberg or Einbinder are I don't think they're vulnerable. Borstein a little bit, but she's a multiple winner in this category. Waddingham is the previous winner in this category. And so,
also
and I think
should be in lead.
And also, exactly. You're absolutely right. I'm not disagreeing with you there. But I think all three ladies for Abbott Elementary is getting in. So that's why Juno Temple is out for me. But I have her in the 9 spot, if that makes sense. Because all the other options, like a Adie Bryant or an Amy Ryan or somebody like that, I just don't see those happening. Even though Amy Ryan's probably like my number 10, if I had to do a 10.
Well, I mean, I think it has to do with how we think the strength of shows are going to be and how strong Only Murders in the Building will do enough to get Amy Ryan in, or is Marvelous Mrs. Maisel just absolutely going to tank after having, years of 20 plus nominations and just somebody like Borstein winning and winning this is going to be a very telltale year for that show, almost more than any, but definitely for that show.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to see the numbers crater for it, but it should still do just fine in like the technical categories.
Yeah.
Being a period piece.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we want some different takes on this race. So that's why we're going to supporting actor in a comedy series, because we have finally some different opinions on this goddamn show. And so, Tyler, let's start off with you. What are your 8? There's 8 in this category, Jesus. So what are your 8?
My 8 are Anthony Carrigan for Barry, our reigning winner in this category, Brett Goldstein for Ted Lasso, another winner, Tony Shalhoub, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Kenan Thompson, Saturday Night Live, Henry Winkler, Barry, Bowen Yang, Saturday Night Live. Then I have Carl Clemens Hopkins for Hacks, who was nominated last year. And then I also have, because I also think that the love for Abbott is going to really ride into the Emmy. So I have Tyler James Williams for Abbott Elementary.
Yep. Tyler gets it. All right. Erik, what do you got?
I have 6 of the 8 that Tyler has. So I have Carrigan, Goldstein, Shalhoub, Thompson, Winkler, and Yang. And then I have Paul W. Downs for Hacks.
Wow. Really?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, he had more to do this
season. Real character and an arc this season. Yeah. That he didn't really have in season 1. And then I have Brendan Hunt for Ted Lasso, which, obviously he has
the bottle episode,
the Beard After Hours episode. But this is such a weird category because, again, you've got somebody like Tony Shalhoub and Mrs. Maisel, previous winner, multi-Emmy winner, and winner for this show. But
got like a whole room full of Emmys.
Yeah, he could just be left off this list without even a thought. And then, we have 4 or more Ted Lasso guys getting in. It feels really weird not having Nick Mohammed in here because this season he had a massive character arc upgrade, even though it was truly like heinous and villainous in a way that I don't know, at least as a viewer, as much as I love the show, I was so turned off by it because I didn't feel like it made sense.
But that's the power of the performance.
It's not. No, it's not at all.
It's like you're like, oh my God. No.
So it just feels odd. It feels strange, especially when you had other characters on that show and actors like Phil Dunster.
Dunster's been great. He's underrated on the show.
First few episodes of his arc were really good. Toha Jimo, absolutely fantastic and got to shine this year too. And I almost feel like it's the type of show that would do that because it has such a massive supporting male cast that you just you give new people bigger and better arcs each season. But I don't know. It's tough. It's impossible to argue Tyler James Williams in it because he is the sole main supporting male character. So why would he not get in there?
Okay.
Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, Tyler. Go.
I was just going to say, I think it's interesting that we have 2 different people from Hacks. But also, like Erik said, Tony Shalhoub, I think it's really going to stand. We're going to have to see how many of these people watched all of these shows because there's just so much content. And if anybody is still watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Like, I know I see like here and there people talk about it, but it was not as popular as something like Hacks or Ted Lasso or Abbott Elementary or Barry. So I will be interested to see if it can still make it into these categories.
Yeah. All right. You guys want to hear mine?
Yes.
Okay. I have Kerrigan for Barry. I have Goldstein. I have Monk himself, Tony Shalhoub. I have Kenan Thompson. I have Henry Winkler. I have Carl Clemens Hopkins for Hacks. I have Tyler James Williams. I don't have Bowen Yang because
racism.
I love Bowen Yang, but it wasn't particularly his stronger season like last year. And he didn't really have like a standout moment. And I don't think he's as much of a staple as somebody like Kenan, to be fair. So much like Cecily Strong got nominated last year, but she's not going to get it in this year. I'd see like Bowen be like a 1 year thing. And I could go Nick Muhammad. I could go somebody like, if they want to go really out there, like Taika Waititi for Our Flag Means Death. But I'm going with Stephen Root for Barry because I think that Barry is going to get 2 spots or 3 spots here. And I think that's where its sign of strength is. You know what I mean? Where that show is beloved. And yes, it went dark, but there's no denying Stephen Root's performance. It lingers. That is a lingering performance over the entire season. And so, yeah, that's it. But it is stacked. We didn't even mention Brian Tyree Henry as a possibility either for Atlanta.
No,
and yes, and
there are so many
Ben Schwartz,
people in this category that are possible. I think that's kind of what I'm struggling with in this is that in individual years, Barry could get 3 in Ted Lasso could get 3 in, but they not against each other. I feel like going up against each other is going to change that. I think they're going to have to share the wealth a little bit more.
Yeah. I didn't even mention like the these supporting categories. We didn't even mention like the What We Do in the Shadows gang too. If they love that show enough to break in, but I doubt it, but it's what it is. Yeah. And I have no idea who's winning this category, so we can just move on.
No, because we're going to have 3 previous winners in it.
It's insane.
It's going to be super cool.
I love it. Maybe even a first-time winner. You never know.
I will also say before we move on that I have a crush on at least 5 of these men.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler.
Hey, Henry Winkler's awesome.
He's a very nice man. Great. He's a very, very nice man. So, all right. Let's go to lead actress in a comedy series. Let's do that. So we'll go to the resident queen on this podcast. We'll go to Erik Anderson. So Erik, who do you have in this category?
Please. Okay. I have reigning winner Gene Smart for Hacks, who will win again.
Yeah.
Quentin Brunson, shit. Abbott Elementary, Kaylee Cuoco, The Flight Attendant, Rachel Brosnahan, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Tracy Ellis Ross, Blackish, and Issa Rae, Insecure. Really tough category again, too.
Yeah, because there's some alternatives too, where that could easily get put in there.
Yep.
All right, Tyler. I will tell you guys what I'm laughing at in just a second. I have Gene Smart winning, Quentin Brunson, Kaylee Cuoco, Tracy Ellis Ross. I have to say that whenever I think of Rachel Brosnahan's name, do you guys remember that time that Angela Bassett announced her and said Rachel Brosnahan?
Yeah.
that's what I think of every time.
Brosnahan. I love that.
Yes, and apparently she officially changed the pronunciation of her name after that, as she should have, because once Angela Bassett pronounces your name, that's how you're going to say it.
It's done. Call it wraps up. It's over.
Yeah.
So for my last slot, instead of Issa Rae, I remember specifically one person on Twitter asked where she was in my predictions, but I am putting in Selena Gomez for Murders in the Building.
I think I'm with Tyler. We're 6 for 6. I don't
know what's going to happen to the stands if Selena doesn't get in.
Well, she hasn't got in anywhere else.
They're going to be upset.
But she's also campaigned the hell out of it with Short and Martin this entire Emmy season. So she's been front and center, and
she goes toe to toe with both of them, and they are, these acting comedy legends. And she plays such a great straight
even like
to them.
The variety actor on actor thing where Jean Smart was with Martin Short, and she was just raving about Selena Gomez and just how wonderful her performance is. And season 2 just came out too, or is coming out, and it's and her. I mean, once again, she's great. Mm-hmm. So
I love her.
Yeah. So I would love for her to get in. I'd love for Issa Rae to get in too. I would love for like Cuoco or Brosnahan or even Tracy Ellis Ross, for God's sake, to like miss, so that we could get some other people in there like Ella Fanning, who's
Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult not being in here and winning is
ridiculous
because they are so flawless.
Anybody?
Not even mentioning Natasha Lyonne.
No, or Sandra Oh for the chair if we wanted to. If she wanted, that's possible.
Or even Sarah Lancashire.
Yeah,
Julia.
Yeah,
previous BAFTA TV winner.
That could happen. That can happen. So, yeah, and I mean, yeah, there's no doubt this category is like Jean Smart and the other 5. I mean,
it really is.
I mean, she's fantastic. I mean, God,
she's even more like this year than in her first year, I would say.
Well, yeah, because
this is the kind of role that just keeps winning.
It's the new Julia Louis-Dreyfus, right?
It could be.
I mean, and that's why. Well, we haven't talked about Oscars, Erik, but like if she's pretty good in Babylon, I could see a world where she could carry it over, kind of like a Allison Janney sort of thing, or because people love her so much on this that she's got momentum. That's how good this performance is. It can carry other things too. So we're not in that season yet, but I'm just saying that's something to think about. All right, outstanding lead actor in a comedy series, Tyler Doster, TV editor. The one opinion here that matters more than me and Erik.
Don't say that.
Yeah, it's the truth. So, who do you have for your 6 here?
I have Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, Bill Hader for Barry, Steve Martin and Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, Anthony Anderson for Blackish, and then I have Donald Glover for Atlanta.
Erik?
I have the same first 5 as Tyler: Sudeikis, Hader, Martin, Short, Anderson, and then I have Don Cheadle for Black Monday. And this is tough because I feel pretty solid about 5, and number 6 I think could go a lot of ways.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going out on a limb here.
It's gonna break.
I have the same 5 as you two. I have Sudeikis, Hader, Martin Short.
Who's a Sudeikis hater? That's terrible.
Sudeikis Hader. Probably Olivia Wilde or Harry Styles. Whoever delivered that thing at the CinemaCon. Anyway. Anthony Anderson. I know, it's such a great podcast today. Anthony Anderson for Blackish, until we're proven wrong. That's gonna happen. But I think that Rhys Darby for Our Flag Means Death is going to be the surprise in the category, and he's going to upset Cheadle and Glover and get in. That's what I have. There's been a lot of momentum for that thing, and I think
is there?
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that. It's a very beloved show. If people watch that, which I think that they are, and I don't hear anybody talking about Black Monday and Atlanta's 3rd season nearly as much as you thought you would. Like, I remember Atlanta season 3 premiered at South by like a dud. Like, nobody talked about that darn thing. Like, they talked about like the pop-up bar for the show rather than the actual premiere of it. And it's just not something I think that is going to land at all this year. And then if they love like you're banking on, Erik, if they love Don Cheadle and just are like, yeah, we, kind of like they did with him in Falcon and Winter Soldier last year, which is like still one of the most ridiculous nominations outside of Claire Foy.
I don't know. He could be our new Ellen Burstyn. I think we said that before, but but he's already gotten in for this show, so.
But I do think
it's coming out of left field.
Well, I do think though that Darby is part of a year that has been dominated primarily also by 3 really outstanding shows produced by Taika Waititi. With Reservation Dogs and What We Do in the Shadows and Our Flag Means Death. And so I do think that there will be a trickling of one show gets something there, and then like there'll be a spread of the wealth, I think, more than like one dominant thing. And I think that is the best way to honor that show, and his performance is very good. And so, but I think you could also say the same thing, like if they really went for like superhero stuff or whatever, like John Cena is somebody you kind of look out for as well, or Nicholas Hoult, Jake Johnson and Minx. Those are the ones. But I think Darby's. I have a feeling about Darby. Something weird about that.
It would be a great
Johnson to get nominated. I would love for Reese Darby to get nominated.
That's not what you told me earlier. You were like, I hope he never does it, and Don Cheadle and everything.
You're such a liar.
Now, does anybody know how they're going to pick this category yet?
As of right now, I'm going with Bill Hader.
Okay. Miss Anderson?
Honestly, I'm probably leaning to Martin Short.
Whoa!
I kind of am.
Wow.
We'll see.
Is that because the name matches the appearance?
No, because he's super, super, super funny.
He's also been working it too.
He definitely has. He's very funny in interviews, but in a series, in a category for comedy series, his performance is a truly comedic performance. No offense to Bill Hader or even Jason Sudeikis and his therapy, but this is a traditional comedic performance, and he's super funny. He's the best.
Also, Erik,
are you saying they're not going to split the vote?
There's no such thing as splitting the vote.
Oh my God! Look at you two.
Especially at the Emmys.
Yeah, especially this year where multiple things will get nominated and it probably won't even matter. Yeah, you just love what you love, and then they vote for that.
Yeah.
AwardsWatch was not paid for by anybody that doesn't believe in vote splitting. Our thoughts and opinions are our own. Sure. I could see Martin Short. I mean, obviously, I could see Steve Martin too. He's an absolute legend. He's great on the show. But if anyone's going to win, I think you are right. I think it would be Martin Short. Also, too, like I feel like Martin Short never gets like his due. Is that weird to say about a legend? But like,
yeah, he's not. He hasn't been like at this level.
Yeah,
of award status in a career that's 40 something years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could see that.
And Steve Martin has an honorary Oscar. So
yeah, exactly. There you go. And he's got like probably golden banjos or whatever. But I think though it is still between Hader and Sudeikis. It's just like I think I'm going to lean towards Sudeikis right now. And I'm not confident with that at all. Because I think that, and I know they don't think this either, but it's like there's other places to award Hader, especially like his direction. And
that's definitely winning.
Yeah. And they've done that before.
That episode is winning so hard.
I mean, they've done that before where we think like, okay, like somebody's going to sweep all their awards and then they win like one or two or.
Well, look what happened with Lasso and Hacks last year. Everybody expected Lasso to kind of just sail through, and it lost both writing and directing. So they were ready to spread that wealth amongst those two biggest new shows.
Atlanta did that, like with Glover in the past, and
Atlanta and Barry have gone head to head, and now they're going to do it again.
I mean, you don't have that predicted, but Tyler does. So, it going head to head, Glover and Hader, you have Cheadle. So
yes.
So that's not going to happen.
I'm just saying.
Well, you're not saying that's what's going to happen. You're predicting that it will not happen. That's what Erik Anderson is saying.
I'm predicting it won't happen because everybody talked about Barry and nobody talked about Atlanta.
All right.
They were not on the same level of conversation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with Sudeikis. But damn it, it could be Hader. And now Erik convinced me and Martin Short like that it's a 3-person race now.
He's so goddamn funny.
He's so good on that show.
He is. I would not be mad at that at all.
All right. Last category. We can get out of here. Outstanding comedy series. Now, Erik, you're not a very funny person, but these are some very funny shows. So why don't you tell us what you have predicted for your 8?
I will, and I already have a major regret and that I won't change, but I wish I could. So I'll just mention it here. I have Abbott Elementary, Barry, Hacks, Ted Lasso, Only Murders in the Building, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, What We Do in the Shadows, and Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, so you have Curb Your Enthusiasm in there. I remember getting a bunch of shit when we did that comedy episode about
Well, I
Curb Your
forgot it's
Enthusiasm.
been nominated every single year except for its first.
Well, I can't blame you. You are the same age as Larry David, so you forgetting that makes sense. So. Yeah, you are. All right. Tyler, how do you see your 8 playing out?
I have 7 of the same. Surprise. I have Elementary, Barry, Hacks, Ted Lasso, Only Murders, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, What We Do in the Shadows, and instead of Curb Your Enthusiasm, I'm going to keep going with Atlanta.
I like the way you say elementary.
Elementary?
Yeah, I like I like it. It's really cool. I have Abbott Elementary, Barry, Hacks, Ted Lasso, Only Murders in the Building, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I don't have What We Do in the Shadows. Instead, I have Reservation Dogs.
And that's my regret. Exactly.
Yep, I know it was. And you want to know why?
I should have that in instead of Shadows.
You should, because that thing has been winning.
Yeah. Peabody's and it's like all of I feel like an idiot now.
Indie Spirits and you name and everything.
Yep.
It's been winning everything. It's very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have it in guest actor though, but yeah, series and like writing is
totally.
I completely feel like it's going to get in after we have published these now.
Yeah. You're totally going to make that change right now.
I'm not. I promise I will not change it, but I feel like it's going to happen.
Well, I just feel that, like I said, Taika's had so many television shows. I still not look. I love What We Do in the Shadows. Don't get me wrong. I say this about I think half the shows here because I think half the shows here are like some of the best shows on television, like What We Do in the Shadows and Barry and Hacks and Ted Lasso, Only Murders in the Building, Abbott Elementary. They're all great, but I just think that being the new kid on the block, Reservation Dogs has all that momentum, and I think I think that's the one to represent the Taika Waititi trilogy of comedies this year. And yeah, I agree with you, Erik. Curb just feels like a staple in this category, much like the other actors that we've had in other categories that until proven wrong, we kind of have to predict it. And I see what you're saying there, Tyler, about Atlanta. I just don't know about it, to be fair. I'm
not super confident in it, but I'm going with it.
Yeah. I mean, we're picking the number 8 basically in the category at that point. So
I think so, unless again Mrs. Maisel just is bust, but I mean it's all Prime Video has, so I would be surprised.
Yeah, that's true.
If it didn't make the cut here, at least.
Yeah,
it could miss like other stuff and still make it.
Well, I mean, they have Outer Range with Josh Brolin.
Oh my god,
what are you talking about? It's like everyone's watching that. It's gonna kick out Brian Cox. What do you mean?
Oh my god, 20 nominations.
29 just for Josh Brolin alone. Josh Brolin, Best Supporting Actress. Josh Brolin, Best Actor. Josh Brolin, Best Actress. Who do you guys have winning this category? I'll shut up right now. Who do you guys have winning? Or number 1 right now? We won't say winning. We'll do that on another episode.
I don't know yet.
I don't know, but I am right now leaning towards Hacks.
You know, last time we talked, I hadn't seen the full season 2 of Hacks, and then I watched it. I was like, shit, this is really good. It is really good. I love it.
They got it out so fast. I was just like, you wrote this whole season, got it. It's not going to be any good. It's too fast. You're just trying to not miss the boat.
You got it out too fast.
Yeah. And it did not. It is better than the first season.
Yep.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
It's also one of those
bigger.
It's also one of those too where I watched the end of it and I was like, they could stop doing the show. Like they could pull a Fleabag and just do 2 seasons and that'd be it. And I would be like, this is kind of perfect ending.
But please don't.
But please don't, because
it could get a lot more Emmys.
Exactly. Hannah Einbinder finally get one, which would be great.
It should take up like all of the guest actress.
Though she should be in lead too.
Like
let's be honest.
Yes, she is also a category frauder.
Yeah.
There are a lot.
There are a lot of them. Yeah. Yeah. You think the Oscars
there is no rule there.
No, there's no rule, and they have no shame about it.
It's like the Wild West.
I still have. You would know about the Wild West. You were around there in that time. I still have Abbott in the number 1 spot. I think Abbott's going to do. I think because I love Barry. I don't get me wrong. I love Barry, and I think it's such a great show. But I think the dourness of that. I think Lasso had a little bit of a stumble its second season. It wasn't as beloved, I think, as the first, and
it got too serious.
It did, and I just think Abbott Elementary is got the momentum of being like the thing that people are obsessed with right now, and it's got Erik, you were there. Everybody's running to that cast and wanting to talk to them and just hang around them.
It's a great show, and it's
a great show.
It's a network television show, and every year we talk about the death of network programming for Emmy consideration, and something survives or comes back, and this is definitely doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I would love for it to win. It would be a wonderful win.
What do you have right now?
I don't know. I think it's
you got to make a decision now.
No, I don't.
Yes.
What are you gonna do? You're not my mother.
We're gonna edit something in where it's like, I think it's my marvelous
flight attendant.
Russian doll.
Oh,
it's completely different voice from your.
Exactly, like the worst
Peacemaker.
ADR ever.
Peacemaker. Yeah, I mean something like that.
I don't know. I don't think it's Barry either. I think Ted Lasso or Hacks.
Ted Lasso, more like Ted Lasso. Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
That's what you said. You said Ted Lasso.
Get me off of this lesbian cruise ship. Good Lord.
Not your audience.
No, my gosh. So I think there's a lot. There's a lot. Obviously, Abbott is top 3 too. So it's gonna depend. If it gets writing and directing nominations, as it probably will. Then it's in better shape. But we gotta see that.
If it does what I think it's going to do and land,
you
5 acting nominations.
Exactly. You guys have it getting 13. Fucking.
Yeah, and if it gets that, there you go.
There you go.
Well, you don't have to say anything else at that point. Just shut up and predict it.
There'll be a lot to say. Actually.
Well, that's true. We'll do that on another show at another time.
Exactly.
So, those are our final Emmy predictions. We'll see how many Erik got wrong and Tyler got right. And how many I just didn't know what the hell I was talking about. And we'll see if Yellowstone is what either Erik or I think it is, or somewhere in between.
I just hope that it doesn't happen so we can stop talking about it, because if
it does happen,
then you're gonna gloat like a motherfucker.
I would never do that.
Oh,
come on. God. Would I gloat about a little thing like Yellowstone? My God, I'm not that fucking desperate.
When you send me the edited version of this, I'm gonna go in and edit it as well and take out all of the Yellowstone stuff.
Yellowstone. Just every episode.
Just
now.
take it all out.
Just be like nothing from my mouth, and it's just Tyler and you, as this episode probably just should have been anyway.
Oh, wow.
So
That's an idea.
God damn it. All right. That's just rude. All right. Well, Tyler, can you tell everybody out there where they can find you and all your work?
You can find me on Twitter at Tyler M. Doster, and you can find all my reviews, interviews, and awards analysis at AwardsWatch.com.
Tyler's the best. Everybody else, every other TV editor doesn't compare to Tyler Doster.
Tyler is the best.
We love him. Erik Anderson, you old fool. Where can we find you out on the internet?
On Twitter at awards_watch and Instagram at just AwardsWatch and AwardsWatch.com, obviously.
You can see all of the up-to-date news. You'll see the Emmy breakdown there of, when the nominations are announced, and maybe we'll do like a reaction episode or something, or, we'll definitely do a final predictions episode. And
the Hollywood Critics Association TV Awards are in August, so
exactly
we'll have those nominations up probably by the time you're hearing this.
Yeah, so go check out those over at the HCA. They're gonna have some wonderful guests over there too, including Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna win an HCA award, and then she's gonna win the whole enchilada over at the Emmys. You heard it here first. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Letterboxd, because Erik says I don't have a Letterboxd.
Oh, that's right. Letterboxd. I'm on there too, but I don't really do much.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything because he doesn't know how to read or type. At Ryan McQuade 77 is where you can find me. You can hear our next episode next Monday. Regular episode. Probably talk a little Thor, listener questions, some games, maybe something else in between. All that fun stuff with the regular crew. Till then, we'll see you all next time.